It's time to take a look at stories making the headlines in Nigerian newspapers. And joining me is lawyer and public affairs analyst Tunji Abdulhamid. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
My pleasure to be here.
All right, let's head straight to the papers now. And we begin with the Daily Trust. Magu, no interest on funds in TSA AGF. Keeping records, recovered loots in commercial banks illegal. Lawyers. Anti-graft war may suffer setback, international groups. And then we move to the front page of the Leadership newspaper. APC leaders defy President Muhammadu Buhari's directive on litigations, drag party to court over dissolution of a Shomale-led National Working Committee. Supreme Court decides on constitutionality of virtual court proceedings tomorrow. And then we move to the front page of the News Direct. Nigeria to generate $20 billion annually from creative industry. Emefiele handing over of National Theatre makes Lagos 21st century economy. Governor Sanwo-Olu. And we'll move now to the front page of the blueprint. EFCC, Magu failed to account for 322 recovered assets. Report. To the front page of the Daily Times, Nigerians, FCTA, differ on alleged land racketeering in Abuja. To the front page of the National Economy, OPS lists critical sectors for intervention as federal government moves to reflate economy. And finally, on the front page of the Business AM, Nigerians spent 335.94 billion naira on calls, SMS, data in May. All right, we'll be sticking with the story that is on a majority of the papers this morning, talking about the travails of Ibrahim Magu, the suspended chair of the EFCC. A lot of reactions have trailed the manner in which this has been going on, especially the investigations being carried out. And so many lawyers have come out to speak on the process that this has gone through. I wonder what your reaction is as a lawyer.
Yeah, I think when you look at the manner in which Magu was either arrested or invited, it called concern, because you don't arrest people or invite people just on the road. You have to do the needful, and it is sudden that, look, we are used to doing this. Even Magu that we're talking about, while he was in power, that is the way and manner he operates. They will just come to your house, bang into your house, and then they whisk you away, or you'll be told that you are invited, and by the time you know it, you're already in custody for days or months without any court order, without anything. So, you know, the law does not allow anybody to be detained or even kept anywhere for more than 24 hours without trial. Magu has not been tried and is still in custody. It's not good for our system. It's a bad way of doing it. But like I said, some people have also said that, look, what is happening to Magu now is a law of karma, because what you do to others is what you do to people will be done to you thereafter. This is a Magu, when he was in power, that does not believe that once you are alleged of corruption, you are presumed innocence. As far as it's concerned, once you are alleged of corruption, you don't have fundamental right again. They just pass on you. So I think we should stop this attitude of doing things not in line with the law.
All right, let's stick with the issues, and which has to do with the process, which you have rightly established. But the presidential spokesman, that's Garba, who reacting to this, said that the probe shows the presidency is serious with the fight against corruption. Is that what it is for you? Because some persons have said that perhaps if that is the case, when the 8th Senate rejected his confirmation at the time because of the report from the DSS, the president perhaps should have taken steps at that time.
I think I'm one of those who believe that the corruption in this country is not being fought with seriousness. There is no seriousness in fighting it. You know, when you want to build a house and the foundation is shaking, it's a matter of time for the house to collapse. When Magu was presented in 2015, the Senate rejected him twice or thrice.
Yes.
Not because they just want to reject him, just because an agency of the presidency sent a report, a damning report against him. And that report was ignored. And then he was kept there as acting chairman, contrary to the position of the Senate, which was required to screen him or either approve or reject him. So, you know, when we do things not in line with law, we are bound to come to this conclusion, because we don't. I expect that at the time it was not clear by the Senate, that was the time he should have been asked to step aside, and probably the president would have investigated the allegation, and if found not to be culpable, then return him back to the seat. Then that was not done. He was just asked to continue as acting, and that the president can allow him to act as long as the president desires. That is not the way things are done. There is no position for acting EFCC chairman in our constitution. You're either a chairman or not. So if you are not, if your nomination is not approved by the Senate, the president should have nominated another person, and that's why we have the K-leg in that fight against corruption in that regard. So I don't believe we are serious in fighting corruption.
But what does this say of our fight against corruption? Because Ibrahim Magu was a representation of that fight, which a lot of countries internationally has, lauded the government for. And
that is where our problem is, placing our responsibility in the hand of the one person. It should not be about Magu. It should be about EFCC. In Nigeria, we are fond of talking about the individual. We are talking about, we say Magu is there, president is there, one man is there in custom, that means everything will change. Are they all the same? Those other people who are in government with him, are they the same? No. We should not rely on an individual. We should work based on institution. So if a system that relies on an individual, it will fail. Because if you believe that somebody is good today, and you give him an appointment, it's a human being. If he change tomorrow, what happens? Or if he dies tomorrow, what happens? So I think we should stop this reliance on individual. And that reliance on that individual is what gave Magu that sense of, I am the authority. And that was why things were not done the way they should be done. And that's why some things, these things we are hearing now, are coming out. Because when you put a man there, and you leave him there and make him see himself as, look, I can do and undo, and I am loved by the president. I am loved by those in authority. Because what that...
It is yet to be proven, though. Let's not have that in the back of our minds.
Yes, I remember, I'm not saying he's guilty. It's an allegation. I'm talking about allegation. Because once you are alleged, a man in EFCC, a head of EFCC, should not even be seen to be alleged of any crime. Whether right or wrong, once you are alleged, the right thing has been done, suspend him. Because at that level, it should be above board. It should not be somebody, and that's why I query people that talks about corruption is fighting back. I don't see anything bad in corruption fighting back.
Really?
Yeah. Corruption can fight back if, in as much as corruption has something to fight. And fighting back of the corruption, we expose more corruption. You can see what we are hearing now. We are hearing allegations right from left against other people who are not alleged now. So that is the essence of corruption fighting back. When you fight me, if you don't have anything to keep in your cupboard, you can fight, and the corruption will not be able to fight you back. Then if you have something there, that's when corruption will be able to fight back. It is only when you now say, look, these allegations have no basis at all. That's when we now say it's just based on it's just like other people that were saying it's witch hunt. No, there is not. If you don't have anything that look like you have done something wrong, they will not come to you and they will not say you have done this, you have done that.
So you foresee that there might be more persons that will be brought for investigation or questioning
of course,
in the long run?
I've seen letters flying all around, whereby the AG is being accused of being involved in the sale of certain property that are seized. There are letters. I don't know whether the papers are carried this day. There are letters around written and signed by the AG and regarding this sale of the seized properties. So these are the result of corruption fighting back. And that's why I say I don't see anything bad in it. That will expose more corruption, and it will be good for us to know what is going on in our country.
All right. Now, there are concerns from international bodies that the way and manner this is going, it's not so good for the country's image, especially for the corruption fight that the government is known for.
Yeah, it is not good at all.
Are we mindful of that at all, from the way we are handling all of this?
I'm not sure we're minding of it. Because if we are mindful of it, we will not arrest Magu or detain Magu the way it's been detained now. We will have finished our investigation against him before even fighting or arresting him. Then you see, what you see now is that they've not verified the allegation against him. Yet he was forcibly taken into custody. And then now they are doing investigation regarding whether what they allege against him is right or not. You can't get any result from that. I bet you. You can't properly prosecute anybody based on those investigations they are doing now, and except the man on his own admit or try to agree to whatever they said. Otherwise, if you are to go to court for trial based on this investigation, I bet you Magu will not be found guilty.
Really?
Yeah, because you can't arrest me and expect me to give you documents that will name me. If you have done your job, and after doing your job, you come back, you come for me. At that time, you'll be showing me documents. I won't have any choice than to say, yes, I give up. They're in a situation whereby you arrest first and start doing investigation. It doesn't work like that.
Let's see as things unfold. We'll leave the conversation here for now. Thank you, Tunji Abdulhamid, for your time.
Thank you
TVC Breakfast.
Thank you for having me.